Hello my fellow hunters, today we talk about the strongest creature in all of Monster Hunter. Goku! And the thing is, I'm not really misleading you. Meet Rajang, the Super Saiyan monkey based indeed on Goku, and he is utterly terrifying. He is a monster that, no matter how much of a veteran you are, still can shake you to the core and send you home in a ball crying. And I mean literally, he'll pick you up, bend your limbs into a ball shape, breaking all your bones, and then just throw you home like a ball. And he is strong. When I say strongest, I don't mean all-powerful, that's still Fatalis, but I mean physical strength. He is unbelievably strong, which makes sense given, as I said, he is based on Goku, and I really do need to sell this, right? This is a nice visual representation of a fight between Rajang and Zora Magdaros.
だよな。
So as you can probably tell, I adore Rajang. I think he is amazing, especially as I am a huge fan of Dragon Ball. But more than that, he is brutal. His fight is magnificent, bullshit, heart-pounding, epic, and difficult. He is arguably the most difficult monster, just full stop. From a pure gameplay kill the thing, he has got to be up there. For me, I think number one, but I'd be very surprised if he's not in most veterans' top 5. He is ridiculous to face, especially in his harder forms. The background footage for the lot of this will be a double level 140 Guild Quest Apex Rajang, and for those of you that played the older games, yeah, this was a fun little hunt. But beyond that, he has the speed to make you be like, where did... He's behind me, isn't he? Oh! He has the kind of power to just punch through your chest, into the rock behind you, through the rock behind you, through the 3 steel sheets that somehow got put in the rock, and then just for kicks come back with a handful of diamond that he scooped out with his bare fingers. I like that description of strength, but needless to say, he's the full package. He's got devastating physical attacks, he can shoot lightning. One of the most terrifying attacks that he does is he jumps into the air, balls up, covers himself in electricity and golden glory, and then smashes himself down into the ground as just an explosion ball of power, then bounces back up into the air and does it again 2 more times. While that is happening, hunters just scatter and dive and desperately, please, I don't want to die! And he is just, well, monstrous. Monstrously strong in the truest definition of the word. Are you okay there, Rajang? Don't kill me. So what is his deal then? So, he was originally introduced in Monster Hunter 2. He was a member of the new family, the Pelagases, which were kind of like monkey mammally monsters. One of which was Congalala, which... He's a pink monkey, he's an early monster, but he's so much fun. He carries a mushroom that he eats when he's injured, and it gives him different ability depending on what mushroom it is. He has very genuine monkey-based attacks that require you to use an item called deodorant, so you can get where I'm going with that. But essentially, Congalala, by the way, I can't take the name Congalala seriously because of every time I say it, I can only think of Congalala, and it just, I can't. But yeah, they were great monsters, fuck Blangonga. And Rajang is the pinnacle of them. Now renamed Fanged Beasts, they are very similar to Fanged Wyverns, but, you know, mammalians. Inoga is one. So initially, Rajang was thought to be an elder dragon. He was so unbelievably powerful and rare that, like, yeah, obviously are you stupid? That's obviously an elder dragon. Are you kidding me? Look what he did to Pete. Pete's just a red smudge on the ground now. So Rajang then is one of the 4 non-elder dragons that can challenge the elder dragons. In Rajang's case, not just challenge them, handily beat them down. Like, he would have no issues punching a Teostra to death. This is further evidenced by his favorite diet. He hunts hunts and feeds on Kirin. This, coupled with a lightning organ that he has, which likely enables him to have this diet, gives him the lightning powers that he possesses. Not that he needs them given his hilarious physical prowess, but you know, why not? Talking of hilarious physical prowess, a lot of people ask who'd win between Rajang and Devil Joe, and supposedly they're on about the same level, but I'm very much Team Rajang, because Rajang can put his hands into the ground, and using sheer grip strength alone, pull a rock out, and rock gets very heavy very quickly, that should, via rough dirty maths, weigh about 30 to 40 tons, scaling it to Rajang himself. Which means he has the arm strength in that size of a body to lift a 40-ton boulder. Not just lift it, pull it out the ground with his fingertips, and then catch like it's nothing. Do you know what getting punched with arms that strong would do to you? If he punched Devil Joe in the jaw, Devil Joe would no longer have a jaw. Or be alive. Now, obviously this is an in-game move, and I'm sure the devs went there, well, if we give him this, won't people calculate him to be, like, stronger than most of the... Like, obviously that, you know, it's a little bit disingenuous, but still, right? Is that not ridiculously impressive? So as you've probably been seeing then, when he gets mad, when he enrages, his fur stands on end and golden glows Super Saiyan mode, and it is beautiful, it's impressive, and holy hell does it give him a little bit of a boost in power. His muscles harden so that they just deflect blades. His arms and legs, they get noticeably stronger and faster. He becomes even more furious, angry, and deadly. And the thing is, they're already incredibly furious, angry, and deadly. I mean, we're approaching the maximum furious, angry, and deadly anything has any right to be. They are nomadic, as all of the big super predators tend to be, and wherever he goes, from volcano to desert to tundra to jungle, he asserts himself as the dominant apex there, because of course he does. What is going to try and fight a Rajang off? Are you kidding me? So he will essentially do what he please, but it gets even worse than that. There is a variant of Rajang, the Furious Rajang, much like the Savage Devil Joe, which is permanently enraged. Well, Furious Rajang is permanently in Super Saiyan, and he has the ability to go beyond and enrage on top of that and get this little bit of a red glow to him. He gains the golden electricity crackling round him, the aura, and, well, you don't want to fight this guy. He becomes hilariously strong. Just to further sell how ridiculous Rajang is, it can't actually be pitfalled when it's in its normal state. It can be pitfalled when it's enraged, and this kind of inverses with Furious Rajang, but it's kind of cool that he can just half the time ignore your pitfalls. He's not falling for that shit, which is obviously a trait that, you know, Elder Dragons have. Joe fights back in them, but he always will go in, so it's kind of a nice little mark of, yeah, this thing means business. He's also ridiculously intelligent for, well, a monster, not Elder Dragon almost sentience level, but really quite smart. He can coat his punches in electricity to make them nigh unblockable, making hunters choosing between death or face planting the dirt and giving them hardly any time to recover before then murdering your ass. He will really fuck with your timing, and kind of it feels like he almost sees through you. He's a primate, you know, they're pretty intelligent, and obviously he's a monstrous version of that. So he essentially has everything and no crazy weakness. I mean, he doesn't like ice, but, you know, that's just, we need to give him some kind of elemental weakness, I suppose. So, yeah, at least it doesn't get worse than that. No, it does! It does! There is a Rajang in Frontier, right? The online game, you know, not part of the main series, but technically canon, although I don't really like a lot of the monsters there. But the Rajang there, the hardcore one, can fire a spirit bomb. A spirit bomb. The explosion from which supposedly instantly electrocutes everything caught in it to death except Rajang. The force of it is so blindingly brilliant it can be seen from over a mile away. Yeah! He's just awesome, and I would absolutely adore him to come to World. Even his roar is goddamn terrifying. Seriously, no matter what does his roar, it remains bloody terrifying. Like a kitten, or this fish, or even a baby. Okay, I had way too much fun doing that. You have no idea. But yeah, Rajang, oh Rajang. There's not much else to say about him. He's not terribly complex. If you cut off his tail, by the way, at least normal Rajang, he'll instantly depower and go normal, which is a reference to cutting off the tail of an Ozaru in Dragon Ball and they lose their power, so that's kind of nice. I mean, he's got references just all over the shop, but essentially a lightning-fueled, super powerful physical just force of nature that will roll over you, over everything you love, everything you have loved, and essentially make you crawl up as the worthless husk of a hunter you are and ask please for mercy. And you know what? Rajang is all out of mercy. And look, admittedly I am making him seem like all-powerful. He is capable of being injured by other monsters. He's not the most defensive type outside of Super Saiyan mode. He is relatively squishy. He doesn't have a crazy amount of health, but he's just relentless, right? And it makes him terrifying to fight. It's rare you get such a coupling of speed, power, and a little bit of ranged attacks to boot that just come together to feel like I don't know what to do. But at minimum, he holds the biggest size to power ratio in the entire game, which I think is just absolutely glorious. So yeah, that is Rajang, everyone. Look, he really isn't that terribly complex ecology. He's just a nomadic, super powerful predator that likes to eat Kirin. There's not a lot going in. He's a walking Goku reference, but it works really well. He's not terribly deep. He's not even slightly subtle, but he is fucking badass, and I absolutely love him. I would adore him in World. His armor is glorious. It looks amazing. Though, granted, we don't really need that much more golden armor thanks to Kulv, but still, it really is cool, and seeing him wrought in World's fidelity would be absolutely amazing. Imagine the glorious glow, the lightning, the power around the ancient forest, or indeed any of the other maps, as he can be anywhere. He can call anywhere his home and thrive. Ah, it would be awe-inspiring, breathtaking, and I need it in my life. It's unlikely, because obviously he's a category of creature we don't have, and it's not likely we'll get anything whose skeleton isn't already in the game, but a man can dream! But yeah, essentially Rajang isn't known in universe as the pinnacle in unparalleled physical prowess for nothing. So I hope you enjoyed me talking about Rajang, one of my favorite monsters, and I hope you look forward to the next one. It does mean the world that you guys would like me talking about this stuff. It really, really does. I love doing it. I love the world of Monster Hunter, and I just love these creatures. I think they're fascinating and amazing, and I hope to keep bringing you these talks for a long time. So thank you very much for watching. Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. My name has been Josh, and I will see you next time. A goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.